Hey mama, if you're listening to this, you might be carrying a secret that feels too heavy to speak out loud. You look like you got it all together, you serve at church, maybe you even lead a Bible study. You smile when you drop off the kids, but no one sees the other side of you, the one that comes out behind closed doors. At home, you are a completely different person. You yell, you explode, you scream at your kids, sometimes in their face. You tell them to shut up. You grab them too harshly. You throw things across the room. You smack them in anger, twist their ears, spank them in rage, and immediately after, you are hit with a tidal wave of shame. You cry alone in your room and you whisper, "God, what is wrong with me?" You feel scared and disgusted by your own reactions. You're terrified that someone might find out. You wonder if your kids would be better off without you. You feel unworthy, broken, and too far gone to be redeemed. You try to fix this on your own. You listen to podcasts, parenting books, download freebies, but nothing changes. You keep falling back into the same patterns, and it feels like you are stuck in a cycle that you can't break. You don't trust yourself anymore, and if you're honest, you are afraid of who you've become. But here's the truth, Mama. You are not beyond hope. You're not alone, and with God's help and the right support, you can change. I'm Elizabeth, a mom of 4 and an anger management coach for Christian moms. And inside my Calm Christian Mom coaching program, I guide women just like you through a powerful transformation. This isn't shallow behavior management. We go deep. We address your triggers, your stress, your mindset, your nervous system, and the spiritual root behind your patterns. We invite God into every layer and walk hand in hand towards healing. In just 12 weeks, you can become a completely different mom, unrecognizable. One who leads with patience, not panic. One whose children feel emotionally safe around her. One who cultivates peace. This summer, I'm offering a Calm Mama strategy session, a powerful 15-minute one-on-one coaching session designed to help you uncover the root of your anger and receive spiritual, emotional, and practical support. It's your chance to experience what coaching is like with me before diving deeper into ongoing support. If we both feel like the full program is the next right step, we can talk about what that looks like for you. You don't have to keep living like this. Your family is worth healing, and so are you. Use the link in the show notes to book the Calm Mama strategy session.
Do you want to get to know me a little bit better and some facts about me maybe that you didn't even know? Just so things are a little bit more personal. And I wanted to share that with you today. So here we are. I want to share 10 things about me that you probably didn't know, or maybe you did and you get to know me better. You know, friend, I am so glad that you are here. I'm so glad you're listening to this episode. And if you find it helpful, my podcast, if you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. That would be so helpful for me. You have absolutely no idea. If you're like part of a Facebook group, legit, if you're part of a mama Facebook group, you can be like, hey, I found this awesome podcast that I really enjoy listening to. If you're into personal development and becoming a better version of yourself, you feel stressed out, overwhelmed, burned out as a mom, and you need some extra support, listen to this podcast episode and just share it over there, because I can't do that, but you can, because I'm the one who, does this podcast. We can't do self-promotion, but you know what? You can. And that would be so helpful for me. You have absolutely no idea, Mama. And I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there who could use my support. Anyways, moving forward. Thank you so much for being here. Here are 10 things about me that you get to learn to get to know me a little bit better. Okay, so I am, number one, my nationality is Ukrainian, so both my parents are Ukrainian, but because Ukraine used to be part of Russia, My parents, when they got married, they moved to Latvia. And Latvia also used to be part of not Russia, Soviet Union. Both of those are part of the Soviet Union. Latvia and Ukraine. Oh my gosh, Ukraine. So they used to be part of the Soviet Union, so everybody kind of spoke Russian. So Russian was the primary language. So my nationality is Ukrainian. We spoke Russian at home. I was born in Latvia, and when I was 9 years old, my family migrated and moved to United States, to Minnesota, Twin Cities, Minnesota, and we lived there for like 25 years. And this summer, my family, my husband and I and the kids took a big leap of faith this past summer in 2022 and moved to Florida. So that's kind of like number one. Number two, I have 5 siblings. I am the oldest and I'm the shortest. I'm like 4'11". I'm not tall at all. I'm the shortest in my family, but I am the oldest, and I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. And my youngest sister is 21. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm short because I was named after my grandma, Elizabeth, my mom's mom. So when my parents got married, my mom moved from Ukraine to Latvia to be with my dad, but she missed her mom so much. So when I was born, my grandma's name is Elizabeth. She named me after my grandma, and my grandma is really short and petite, and I'm sure I took it after her. Number 3, I feel like I'm saying way more than 10 things here. Number 3, I've been married for 13 and a half years. My husband proposed to me. We did not date long at all, but we knew each other, okay? So we knew each other. We grew up in the same youth group in the church, and we were in the same friends group, so we knew each other for a while. And he pursued me for a while, but I did not like him in that way. I enjoyed his attention, but I did not like him in the way of like, oh, I wanted to marry him. And he was actually the guy that I said, you know what, I don't think I'll ever marry him. But you know what, sometimes when you say you'll never do something, that's something that you actually end up doing. But he was persistent and patient, and he kept pursuing me and still giving me the attention, and eventually he won my heart. And we've been together for 14 years, but married for 13 and a half. I have 4 kids. I have 3 boys and 1 girl. So my older 3 are boys. My oldest is going to be 11 in a couple weeks, and then my second one is going to be 8 in a couple weeks, and then I have a 5-year-old boy. So my oldest is Ethan, and then I have Matthew, and then I have Philip, and then a baby girl named Nellie. Her name is Nellie, and she is super sweet and precious. She's 18 months old. She loves to keep up with her brothers. She has so much energy. I think I'm just used to it because I have 3 boys already, but she's super energetic, super cute. She's starting to say words. It's absolutely adorable. I've had 2 miscarriages. One of them was really early on, and another one of them was when I was like in the 2nd trimester, and I was 16 weeks along. So that was a hard one. And that one was before we had our baby girl. It was also a boy, so I really thought we only make boys. But if you want to listen to my miscarriage story and just how everything happened, it is there's a story about it. It's recorded. It's episode 4. It's a really early episode, so you can go scroll down and listen to that episode. That was a tough one. That was a big thing in our life that was hard and challenging. Number 5, as you probably already figured out, this is probably an easy one. I love personal growth and development. I actually like pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because I know that when I push myself out of my comfort zone, do something that is scary and uncomfortable, that's how I grow internally and become a better version of myself. Like investing into a coaching program that costs thousands of dollars. I've done that. Scary. So scary, because you don't know if it's gonna, you're gonna get what you needed to out of it. But that's what motivates me and gets my skin in the game and gets me committed to it. Personally, for me, that's how it works. But showing up live on social media, sharing my life, sharing with you here, like my life, right? So like putting myself out of my comfort zone, like I almost kind of get like a little kick, a dopamine maybe hit when I do that. It's uncomfortable, it's scary, but the more I do it, the easier it gets, Number 6. I love alone time. Maybe you already figured this out if you've been listening to my episodes. And because I teach on this, that's a big part of my program, creating alone time for yourself. But I'm an introvert and a highly sensitive person. Alone time is not just like, oh, it would be nice. Alone time is like an absolute must out of my day. I can skip a day here or there, but like, boy, do I feel it. So I create alone time by getting up before my kids. If my kids are home during the day and there's no school, there's definitely quiet time in the afternoon because my boys are loud and a little crazy and they make lots of noise. And as being highly sensitive, I need that time to decompress and have that alone time, just quiet. They go to different rooms, different parts of the house, and I have alone time like that. Sometimes after school we'll have alone time, but that doesn't work out super great. Evenings, my kids are all in bed by 8 p.m. The baby goes to bed at 7. The boys go to bed at 8, especially during the school year. And it's like, I need that space and time to myself because I need to slow down, reflect, journal, take a shower, watch a show with my husband if I want to spend time with my husband, talking or, connecting intimately. Like I need that time. We need that time. And so we create that time. So I'm an introvert and highly sensitive. And I think I learned that about myself in the last few years. And knowing that has been really eye-opening because then I can create a life that supports me. Okay, number 7. I love to stay home on New Year's Eve and reflect on the past year. I know that many people just go out to New Year's parties and even like they'll have like friend gatherings and they will like celebrate New Year's. But I think after we had kids, it just doesn't make sense when your kids are young because even if your kids stay up late, they'll be cranky and the next day gets super screwed up. And even if I stay up late, like I don't like to stay up that late. I don't know. The last years we just stay home and the kids go to bed at usually the same time. I'm sure things will shift as they get older. The kids stay home. They go to bed, at the usual time normally. And I love to just sit down and journal and reflect and set goals. And I have a fireplace in this house that we live at, like a real fireplace. I might when somebody was mentioning this the other day, I'm like, I think I'm going to do that. Write down things that I want to let go of from 2022 and just, when this episode airs, it's going to be 2023 already, but like let go of things that are not serving me in 2022 and that I did not like and just that feel heavy and stressful, some emotions, some feelings, some habits, and just do like a releasing ritual and like crumple it up and burn it in the fireplace. And I think I'm going to do that because I really like that kind of ritual of like actually physically letting it go and releasing. I remember I actually did that a while back, burning some journals from a season in my life that was hard and the season that I just want to move past and move forward from. I did that and that was really like freeing. I also did that when I was like a teenager. So I'm like telling you all these parts of my life just like ugh. I used to date this one guy and we broke up and I was so heartbroken. I was my first love. Like I was really in love And I was so heartbroken and things were so hard for it took me literally a full year to get over him. I'm not even joking. Every time I would see him in church, I would just break down and cry. I journaled so much through that season in my life. But then when I got engaged with my husband, I had to kind of let go of that. So all the journals that I had that had to do with that guy I used to date, I burned them to kind of let go of him and just release that part of my life. So that is man, that just that took a turn here with all the New Year's of reflection and just staying home. My goodness, I'm sorry. I'm just totally sharing way more than I maybe need to. Number 8, I had a maternal assisted C-section with my youngest. So I had 2 home births and I had 2 C-sections. My first C-section was with my first aunt, and then my second C-section was with my last. By the way, if you want to listen to that story, I do have an episode that I recorded in 2022. Let me find the number here for you. I found it, episode 62. And it's all about my story, how I got to experience a maternal assisted C-section and I got to pull my baby out of my belly during the C-section. So if that is something that's super interesting to you, go check out and listen to that episode. Okay, so number 9, I love to sleep. I love to sleep. I do. That's one of the things I enjoy doing. I'm not really a morning person or a night person. I'm neither. And I, if I choose to get up early in the mornings because I know it benefits me. I feel better mentally to get up early in the mornings, but I'm neither. I just love to sleep, period. So, that's number 9. Okay. Number 10. I am actually a really good friend. Sometimes you can look at your life and you're I remember I had to write down one book I was reading. It's what are 10 things about me that I really like and I think that I'm proud of and that are really good about me, and where am I doing well in my life? And one of them is I am a good friend. I know I am a good friend. I'm that friend that checks in with you regularly and sees how you're doing. If not call, I will definitely message you. I'm the one that when we get together and you're oh, I'm doing good. I'm no. How really are you doing? How are really things going? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get deeper, right? What is really, really going on? I also like when it's mutual, because I've had friends and friendships where it seems I'm always the giver and the other person always the taker. So I'm always the one encouraging and uplifting them. And it's never reciprocated when I'm struggling. They don't even notice when I'm struggling. They don't even ask about me, how I'm doing. It's always about them. And I've had friendships like that. And every time, I would spend time with that friend, I would feel really drained and not encouraged and not uplifted. So that is something that in relationships, when it comes to friendships, I really value friendships where it's mutual, where it's give and take both ways, where I support you, you support me, I uplift you, you uplift me, and not only one-sided. I check in with you, you check in with me, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I don't know if you did or not, but I think it's kind of cool for you to get to know me a little bit more deeper and on the personal level. And these are the things that I felt comfortable sharing about myself. And anyways, if you found this episode fun and you enjoy my podcast here, do me a favor, leave me a review. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, reviews are so important for us podcasters, and I would really, really appreciate if you would do that. And thank you so much for being here, my friend. Have a good rest of the day.
Hey mama, do you find yourself snapping over the smallest things, like spilled milk or constant whining, then feeling horrible afterwards? If you're tired of losing your temper and you want to show up with more patience, I have something for you. It's a free training called How to Be More Patient with Your Kids so you're not screaming over spilled milk. Inside, I'll walk you through 10 simple things you can start doing today to become a calmer, more Christ-like mom, even on the hard days. To get it for free, just leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and send a screenshot to hello@emotionallyhealthylegacy.com. Or if you'd rather skip the wait, you can grab it right now for just $27. The link is in the show notes. Let's help you become the peaceful, patient mom your kids need.